Refill a Kodak ink cartridge. Kodak is one of the renowned camera, ink, and printers today because of its rich history and effective features. Replacing printers can be expensive, so take care of your printer and ink cartridges properly. Fill your cartridges properly to save you money. Basic ink for Kodak printers comes in black and colored. Below are steps and guides on how to refill a Kodak ink cartridge. Recycling Black Cartridges Find a perfect location to work with. Find a spacey location for the ink transfer so there won't be furniture or furnishings that will be spilled with ink. Use an old table or surface that you would not mind getting spilled on. Inks in Kodak cartridges are retained because of the cartridge's internal sponge. To avoid mess, spread an absorbent material like a towel or newspaper on your working location. Find a letter K in the ink cartridge. You can find it at the top end of the cartridge. Make a hole in this area using a drill. Ensure that the hole is enough so you can put the needle of your syringe bottle inside. Fill half of the syringe with black ink. Put 10 to 15 mm of ink in the cartridge. You might need to make a hole in the tip of the needle if you will use a new syringe. Insert the syringe's needle in the cartridge's hole. The needle must touch the base of the cartridge. This might be hard to execute because there's a sponge in the cartridge. Inject the black replacement ink gradually in the cartridge so the ink can sink deeply as possible. Recycling color cartridges. Remove the lid of your color cartridge. Position a pointed knife at the area where the plastics for color and black ink meet so you can lift the lid easily. You must see 3 holes after you have removed the lid. Determine the color that is contained in the cartridge. Dip a toothpick, needle, or pin to identify the color in the cartridge. It can be cyan, blue, magenta, red, or yellow. Use different pins in testing different cartridges. Draw 5 mm of colored ink into your syringe bottle. Put the needle properly in the appropriate hole before injecting the ink. Afterwards, put back the lid of the cartridge and tape it. Tips in refilling ink cartridge. Let a cartridge sit overnight without using your printer so the ink will settle in the cartridge. There is no need to reseal the hole that you have drilled unless you need to transport the cartridge. Take back the cartridge to the store if you can't refill it by yourself. Determine other kinds of Kodak cartridges. There are many types like Kodak laser toner cartridge, and Kodak drum cartridge. If you will buy a new printer, ask all you need to know from the store's personnel. If you'll buy online, Ensure that your printer has a manual and read it carefully. If it doesn't have one, then search the model and type of your Kodak printer online and download its manual. Don't service your printer while it's under warranty so your service contract won't get invalid. Always check the amount of ink you still have in the cartridges to anticipate. You need to have extra ink supplies for bigger or important projects. Clean your printer occasionally and properly.